For Messi, down he goes. Play on, says the referee. Parejo quick to find Grameiro. Grameiro to find Moreno. Plenty of options here, including Cheryshev down the left, Was down the right. He goes through to Grameiro. 1-0 to Valencia. Kevin Grameiro with the goal. Rodrigo Moreno with the assist. It's a classic counter-attack. Halfway through the first half, Valencia take the lead, and they take the lead in style.
They have taken advantage of one of the few things that Barcelona are not very good at. When the tackle is made, and I back on Diano that at this first side, we don't have a replay yet, he hasn't had a replay, that the tackle is legitimate. We're about to see Parejo. There's the faintest touch in the ball, and there's a hand on Messi's back. Some referees will give foul there. But let's just say that's part of the war. At that point, the white flag can't go up. Now, Barcelona and Rakitic caught out of position are unable to dispel the counter-attack, but above anything else, because we see teams being able to counter-attack Barcelona at the Camp Nou regularly when Barca play high up the pitch. Very few teams play as effective, so many correct passes as that, and finish when the chance is there. We very often see some little gremlin in their movement as they burst up pitch. Not for Valencia, that's why they're 1-0 up. Very, very good goal, bright goal.
And very intelligent from Rodrigo. Looked like he's missed his chance to the right, wide on the right.
Finally being treated seriously, and Valencia still making a good break.
There's a bit of space there for Cheryshev. It's an awkward ball in, and it's a penalty. Was goes down. Sergio Roberto penalised. Referee Undiano Mayenko pointing to the spot. Yellow card for Sergio Roberto. And there's an opportunity for Valencia to make it 2-0.
Oh,
Valverde is furious. I'm sure referee Gil Manzano on the VAR will be commenting this play to the referee. Here's the cross.
Undiano's angle, arms are raised, Vasco's down. I am clear whether we saw an outright push, but the arms are up. That's enough of a shove. Undiano, I think, has got that spot on. It's hugely interesting because the accidental clash between Grameiro and Piqué means that the dominant centre half.
It's Dani Parejo against Marc-Andre ter Stegen and 85,000 Catalans. Up steps Parejo. No mistake. 2-0 to Valencia. Less than 32 minutes on the clock. And Graham Hunter, we could well have a bit of a shock on our hands here.
It's a sensational take. It's nerveless. I was at the stadium, Mestalla, when he missed his only penalty this season, which was against Juventus. It went to that same side. But low, in this instance, it takes almost a miracle to save this, because when Stegen dives the correct way, he's at full length, full extension, and it still goes both above him and wide of him. Marc-Andre ter Stegen is not the tallest goalkeeper in world football, but that literally, given the situation, is perfect. There is no other word. Side panel, above ter Stegen, beyond his reach, literal perfection. You don't see that often on a football pitch, but we just did.
2-0 to Valencia. Dani Parejo stepping up to take the responsibility which goes with carrying the armband, and Valencia find themselves with the lines preventing Barca penetrating. Here's Vidal. Semedo.
Oh dear.
Down he goes, and the ball in the back of the net, but the referee's given a penalty.
And he gave it at a stage where the ball wasn't likely to go in the net. The whistle had gone before the possibility of playing advantage. He was looking at the incident and doing what he should do and recalculating whether or not he'd seen an offence. You sat next to me at grounds where I'll make a guess, because I think I see something, and I was about to say I think Semedo's made a lot of that.
Yeah.
I still think he's made a lot of that. I think he's been streetwise, because when Lato touches his shin there, VAR will say that there's contact, it's a penalty. But as I grew up, and I think I can say as you grew up, that type of contact doesn't send you down, it doesn't inhibit your progress.
I mean, if there's one aspect of his game that isn't perhaps absolutely top, it's been from the penalty spot. Will he change that now? Messi sends Neto the wrong way. No need to cry over the spilt milk of the goal that he put in the back of the net from the penalty incident.
Wait, you're not saying that counts as two?
No,
statisticians all over the country are going, is that goal 403 in the league? Or
But what I will say is I do agree with you. at the very, very least, it's a soft penalty.
I think that the laws allow it, but was a foul committed? Because football isn't a sport whereby if a foot makes contact with a shin in a touch, that's automatically a foul. But I think it backs Undiano sufficiently. I think he knew VAR would support him. VAR has evidently, well, we're judging that pause, well, he was touching listening to his earphone, that pause was VAR saying, nothing to see here, he hung his head as the ball went over from Rodrigo's boot. He knew that if that had gone in, he'd have shared part of the blame.
Suarez, still Suarez. Just run out of steam, it falls for Vidal, leaves it for Messi. Messi tries a shot! Leo Messi celebrates that one as though it's the cup final. What a remarkable goal from Leo Messi. His 21st goal of the season. Graham Hunter, that came out of absolutely nowhere.
That came from his soul, that came from his anger, that came from the depths. When he celebrates because he scored, I think, 4 or 5 million goals, he's got so used to pointing to the sky in tribute to his abuela, his grandmother. That little touch, there is no angle. It doesn't come off a Valencia player, as the movement of the ball initially made me think he's used Garay as a sighter to put it inside the post. Neto didn't know it was in until it actually filled the net, and that's the point. Your point about goal, cup-winning goal. He doesn't celebrate like that unless it's a last-minute.